What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we have a Throwback Thursday ball review for the Storm Omega Crux. So if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you like this 900 Global Standard Collection jersey or any of the jerseys in any of my videos, go to coolwick.com and use my promo code Napoles10, and that'll get you 10% off your entire order. And then down below in the description, there's gonna be a link where you can order anything bowling related, except for this Omega Crux because it is discontinued. And it's just a fun little Throwback Thursday review anyway. There's also going to be a link down below to my Discord, which is completely free, and my Patreon. All right, so the Omega Crux. This is not worth anywhere near as much as the Alpha Crux that I reviewed a couple months ago, but it's still a Crux, and that's why we got one. So the Omega Crux was released in February of 2020, so going on a couple years now, and it features the same catalyst core that was in the Crux, Crux Pearl, Alpha Crux, Crux Prime, and this Omega Crux. And in 15 pounds has an RG of 2.50, which is kind of in the middle, a differential of 0.52, and a PSA of 0.17. And then wrapped around that catalyst score is the GI20 Pearl reactive cover stock that comes out of box at a 3000 finish. And then the layout I went with this one is the same layout that I put on that pin down gem, which I really liked, which was 40 by 4.5 by 75. It puts the pin a little bit lower, really gets to the ball through the fronts, very, very smooth in the back part of the lane. So I think I want to keep doing that on some of these asymmetrical balls because the pin-up ones are just a little bit too strong. So let me know down below in the comments if you guys ever had an Omega Crux or any Crux, and which one was your favorite and why. I'll see you guys on the lanes. All right, first shot here with the Omega Crux, and I'm looking for a motion that's going to be very smooth and very predictable. Oh! All right, one shot in, one messenger. Nice. See if we can keep up this smoothness here. All right, Storm, if you're watching, we need another Crux. Oh, missed in. Yeah, this might be in the bag for league with just how smooth it is and how much it lays off down lane. I think it'll be interesting to see how this ball reacts once I have to move in and shape it a little bit. All right, so we're 5 for 5 to start this Throwback Thursday review of the Omega Crux. And so far, I love what I'm seeing. Like I said, it's very smooth, clean through the fronts, wants to lay off down lane, where normally a lot of these asymmetrical pearls, especially the ones that I've thrown recently, want to really jam down lane. But the cover is pretty strong because it looks like it's wanting to pick up pretty soon. So I wonder what's going to happen as I continue to chase it left and create more shape through the fronts. So I'm going to get back on the lanes, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to move like maybe a zone, maybe half a zone in, just to create a little bit of shape through the fronts to see if this sanded pearl cover stock wants to create that shape. All right, so I'm going to move in a little bit here, create a little bit more shape, and see how it looks now. Oh! Wow, that was pretty unbelievable. Let's see if we can keep doing that. And nice 7-pin. So this cover is definitely on the weaker side because I missed in that last shot and it kind of just sat there. So I'm going to try to get this one a little right. Yeah, I need more Crux balls in my life. So I think the big thing that I took away from those 5 shots specifically is that when I missed in, the ball kind of just wanted to lay there. And I think that's from the strength of the cover. I'm thinking that the cover isn't super strong, whereas something in like today's day, for example, like even that pin down gem that I have, has the same layout. Because the cover is so much stronger, when I miss in the oil, it's still gonna wanna pick up. Here, with this one, it kinda wants to lay off, but when I get it into the friction, it rolls pretty good. And I'm thinking that this ball can still be usable for me on today's condition when there's an abundance of friction. I'm thinking like this would be a really good league ball, where I'm not looking for anything that's gonna jam down lane, just something that's gonna be very smooth, kinda not be super aggressive. All right, we're gonna keep moving left here, and the goal is still gonna be to get it to the right here. See, that looked pretty good too. See if I can repeat that last shot. Oh, that's the first one that really hooked. All right, that last shot was definitely slow, and I paid for it, so let's firm up here. All right, so when I get back to the desk, I'll give you guys a couple current ball comparisons to this. All right, so this is gonna be the last shot from this part of the lane here. Last shot, I kind of spun it. So let me make sure I get as forward as possible to see. Yeah, so I really like the motion that this ball's giving me. So a couple of current release balls that can be similar to this motion-wise with some surface adjustments would be like the Rotogrip UFO Alert. I think that one could be really close to this if you change the surface to like this 3000 copy. And then this layout too, I think is definitely helping, the 40 by 4.5 by 75. And then another ball that could be close, but I think is ultimately stronger, is the Nova by Storm. Those are balls that are gonna be a little bit on the smoother side with a smoother layout, I think is where the sweet spot would be. But we have nothing that's exactly like this. And these are the types of ball motions that I like, especially on house. Balls that are a little bit cleaner through the fronts, don't wanna be super angular down lane, and they can end up being house shot killers because I'm 3 zones in and it's still looking pretty good. So let's just keep chasing it left until we can't anymore, and then we'll move back right. Further left still, and again, still wanna get it going a little bit to the right, still wanna be pretty forward. Oh my God. Okay guys, I really gotta stop drilling discontinued balls. Missed in. So I definitely cannot miss in. I have to get the ball going into the friction here. More than that. Come on. All right, last couple shots, my execution has been terrible. So let's just execute a good one here before we move back right. Paralyzer 10. All right, so my execution from that far left with this ball right now was just not good. So when I get back on the lanes, I'm gonna move further right, and I'm gonna try to get into a spot where I think I can throw a lot of really good strikes with this ball, because I think this is gonna be one of those balls for me, if it ends up making like my permanent arsenal or my current arsenal. I think this is gonna be a ball that I'm gonna go to on the fresh pretty much exclusively when there's an abundance of friction to the right. When I have to keep my angles a little bit more shallow is when I think I'd go to something like this. I don't know that it would necessarily make my arsenal for nationals, for example, but I think on house, I think this ball definitely has an opportunity to make the bag. But it's tough because we have all these new stuff. So I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking about this Omega Crux for me specifically. All right, I'm gonna move back right here just to see what it looks like with a little bit of lane shine from a little straighter. Yeah, I think this ball's just better, at least for me, from this straighter part. I could even see this as a go-to ball after the gem. Yeah, this part of the lane here is just good with this ball. All right, looking for a 5 for 5 in this zone here. Threw that kind of bad and paid for it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the money zone for me with this Omega Crux. Kind of like not super straight, but not super far inside. And like I said, maybe as a step down after the gem is when I think I can see a pretty good spot in this bag. I think that I'm gonna try it in league, and then like, what's the worst that can happen? I don't love it, and then I could just throw something else, but I'm thinking that's where it's gonna be the really, really good spot. All right, last 5 shots with the Omega here. I really wanna end on a really, really good note. All right, there's no doubt in my mind here that if I execute, I'll be able to throw a nice little string. All right, 2 in a row, looking for 3. Oh. So I missed in a little on that last shot and paid the price, blasted a 10 pin. So let's be better here the last 2. All right, last shot of the video here, reviewing the Omega Crux. All right, so here we are, done reviewing a Throwback Thursday review for the Omega Crux. And I gotta say, I'm glad that I did, because it's a motion that I just don't have in my bag. And I don't know if that's from the cover, the core, the layout, combination of the 3. But all in all, I'm really glad that I decided to drill this Omega Crux. So click right here to watch one of my other videos. Click right here to subscribe. Till next time.